大家好，抱歉有这么久没有更新。这个频道是圣诞节的时候开始的，现在是复活节，真的很有必要在这时候又重新接续这个节目吧。那既然是复活节，我们首先就回顾这段长长的经文，就是基督耶稣赴死的故事。那这里边这些细节大家都还记得。那么特别我想提醒大家的就是在面对这个最后时刻的时候，基督耶稣的态度，他是怎样的一种态度。那下面我们就再听一下这段经文。
Now Jesus stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus said, "You say so." But when he was accused by the chief priests and elders, he did not answer. Then Pilate said to him, "Do you not hear how many accusations they make against you?" But he gave him no answer, not even to a single charge, so that the governor was greatly amazed. Now at the festival, the governor was accustomed to release a prisoner for the crowd, anyone whom they wanted. At that time, they had a notorious prisoner called Jesus Barabbas. So after they had gathered, Pilate said to them, "Whom do you want me to release for you, Jesus Barabbas or Jesus who is called the Messiah?" For he realized that it was out of jealousy that they had handed him over. While he was sitting on the judgment seat, his wife sent word to him, "Have nothing to do with that innocent man, for today I have suffered a great deal because of a dream about him." Now the chief priests and the elders persuaded the crowds to ask for Barabbas and to have Jesus killed. The governor again said to them, "Which of the two do you want me to release for you?" And they said, "Barabbas." Pilate said to them, "Then what should I do with Jesus who is called the Messiah?" All of them said, "Let him be crucified." Then he asked, "Why? What evil has he done?" But they shouted all the more, "Let him be crucified." So when Pilate saw that he could do nothing, but rather that a riot was beginning, he took some water and washed his hands before the crowd, saying, "I am innocent of this man's blood. See to it yourselves." Then the people as a whole answered, "His blood be on us and on our children." So he released Barabbas for them, and after flogging Jesus, he handed him over to be crucified. Then the soldiers of the governor took Jesus into the governor's headquarters, and they gathered the whole cohort around him. They stripped him and put a scarlet robe on him. And after twisting some thorns into a crown, they put it on his head. They put a reed in his right hand and knelt before him and mocked him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" They spat on him and took the reed and struck him on the head. After mocking him, they stripped him of the robe and put his own clothes on him. Then they led him away to crucify him. As they went out, they came upon a man from Cyrene named Simon. They compelled this man to carry his cross. And when they came to a place called Golgotha, which means place of a skull, they offered him wine to drink mixed with gall. But when he tasted it, he would not drink it. And when they had crucified him, they divided his clothes among themselves by casting lots. Then they sat down there and kept watch over him. Over his head they put the charge against him, which read, "This is Jesus, the King of the Jews." Then 2 bandits were crucified with him, one on his right and one on his left. Those who passed by derided him, shaking their heads and saying, You who would destroy the temple and build it in 3 days, save yourself. If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross." In the same way, the chief priests also, along with the scribes and elders, were mocking him, saying, "He saved others. He cannot save himself. He is the King of Israel. Let him come down from the cross now, and we will believe in him. He trusts in God. Let God deliver him now, if he wants to, for he said, 'I am God's son.'" The bandits who were crucified with him also taunted him in the same way. From noon on, darkness came over the whole land until 3 p.m. And about 3 o'clock, Jesus cried with a loud voice, "Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani?" That is, my God, why have you forsaken me?" When some of the bystanders heard it, they said, "This man is calling for Elijah." At once, one of them ran and got a sponge, filled it with sour wine, put it on a stick, and gave it to him to drink. But the others said, "Wait, let us see whether Elijah will come to save him." Then Jesus cried again with a loud voice and breathed his last. At that moment, the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth shook and the rocks were split. The tombs also were opened, and many bodies of the saints who had fallen asleep were raised. After his resurrection, they came out of the tombs and entered the holy city and appeared to many. Now when the centurion and those who were with him, who were keeping watch over Jesus, saw the earthquake and what took place, they were terrified and said, "Truly, this man was God's son."
我们看到在这段福音当中，基督耶稣在赴死的之前，他既没有慷慨陈词，也没有再继续传道，也不回答这些问题。然后，那么唯一也就是在最后的时候，向神求诉，主啊，你为什么要离弃我？我觉得这也是展示基督人性的一面，就是尽管他遵从神的旨意，要上十字架，但是他也有人的这一面，就是在最后的时刻也发出这样的呼喊吧。今天我们在讲道的时候，其实并没有太集中的说这个故事这些细节，反而是回到了腓立比书第2部中开头的部分，就是以基督的心为心，就是从基督的赴死的这个态度，想想我们在教会里边作为基督徒应当如何行事。那么腓立比书第2部的开头是这么写的，就是所以在基督里若有什么劝勉，爱心有什么安慰，圣灵有什么交通，心中有什么慈悲怜悯，我们就要意念相同，爱心相同，有一样的心思，有一样的意念，使我的喜乐可以满足。凡事不可结党，不可贪图虚浮的荣耀，只要存心谦卑，个人看别人比自己强，个人不要单独顾自己的事，也要顾别人的事。所以我们当以基督耶稣的心为心，他本有神的形象，不以自己与神同等为强夺的，反倒虚己，取了奴仆的形象，成为人的式样，既有人的样子，就自己谦卑，存心顺服，以至于死，且死在十字架上。 我是觉得说的容易，做的难，就是以基督耶稣为自己的这个榜样形象，但是实际做起来真的是需要随时随地的反省自己，随时随地的你的想法也好，你的做法也好，这么说吧，基督耶稣是不能在神面前有任何罪错，那么我们呢？我们的想法做法是不是不用说经得起神的考验，就是拿出来是不是见得光见得人？这听起来好像是一个挺低的要求，但其实做到也真的不容易。那么在这个复活节期间呢，我还会继续的反思，继续和大家分享。